What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Sword Art Online Season 2 Episode 19. And this episode, it was actually pretty simple. We could break them into two parts where we have Asuna dealing with her mother, and then we have her going into LAO and taking on Zekken. And I gotta say, that fight right there, it was pretty freaking awesome. It was definitely enjoyable. And finally, I am glad to see that now Asuna, she can shine again, because like I've been saying, I really did, like personally, I did not like the fact that like she took this healer role where we know she was like the very powerful and skilled swordsman back in SAO, and so now we see her, fighting and putting up a pretty good fight. That right there was like so awesome to see, and I am glad to see the old Asuna come back, even though after this is all over, she might go back to being a straight up healer again. But the episode itself, it picks off from last week where we have Asuna and the crew. They were like all like logging out for the day because tomorrow Asuna will challenge Zekken, and we see now that at first she like looking at Kirito, who was like talking to you, and you were like pointing out the stuff he had on his face. And now we see that when she had logged out, we see now that in her room it was like very cold actually. But after she left that, she went downstairs, we see like some woman who I'm guessing is like some nanny or something, and we see her now like leaving for the day. But then we learn that Asuna, she actually has a brother, and that right there I don't believe was ever stated previously, because I definitely don't recall that. But we do learn that she has a brother, and I do wonder how old he is. But we do learn that he is out right now, and he will not come home till later on. So that right there was disappointing, because if she does have a brother, then I would definitely like to see him, because that right there was interesting. But then we see her mother. Her mother was like in the dining room, waiting for her. And we see that when Asuna, went in there to join her, her mother right away was like getting angry with her and scolding her, saying that like she must be at the she must be at the table 5 minutes early. And then we see, like while they were talking, her mother, she pretty much coming over as a bitch, to be telling you her mother was like a straight up one, and I just don't get why. But then we learn now that her mother is like doing all this stuff behind her back, because we see now that right now her mother, she was planning on hiring a tutor for Asuna, so that she could study more, and that way like next year or something she can take this like entrance exam at the other high school and go there, because she'll be able to graduate in like a year and a half, and that right there like will allow her to go into college. Because of what happened in SAO, all these kids now, they're like 2 years behind in their education, and obviously that right there wasn't good. But the way her mother is going on about this, that right there was all messed up and wrong. And we see now that that once again that their parents are like trying to marry Asuna off, because we saw how well that right there worked out the first time. But it seems now her mother has found someone, and obviously this guy is different. But from the way Asuna was like talking about him, it seems that this guy already knows that that these two are engaged. But Asuna wants to pick her own partner, obviously, and that partner is Kirito. But then we learn her mother actually did some research on Kirito, and like she looked him up and all that background. And even though that right there was a bit extreme, I do wonder like why her mother going through all this, because obviously this here is a bit too much. Because she was like bad mouthing like the school you're going to now. And we learn now that this school here, she like does have a point, because these players, they were in a world where like they can kill and kind of get away with it, in a sense. And so like all these students in one place, they could overwatch them. So that right there made sense. But I felt like her mother was like acting so negative, so evil for like no reason. And then Asuna finally had enough, especially when it came to Kirito. And so like she had got up and left, and we see now that like she actually asked her mother if she was like ashamed of her dead grandparents, because her mother was not born into a rich family. and like her expression and where her mother got mad, I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing my ass off because she was just so freaking salty. Like I was dying when I saw that, and I definitely like how Asuna like ignored her. It just went right back to her room. But then we learn now that even though Asuna did seem strong, back in the first game, and even like kind of now, she is still a girl inside, and so she still feels very weak and vulnerable. And so we see that now. Like I'm definitely glad that we are getting like more Asuna time in this, especially in the second series, because obviously in the first season of SAO, in the second half, she was a prisoner, so she really couldn't, develop all that much. But now she like finally gets her chance to. But then we see on the following day when she does go back to LAO, we have Kirito already there, and like he was sleeping, and we see that when like Asuna joins him, that like they were talking for a bit. And then we see out of nowhere, just like a rabbit comes out of his bush, and that right there, reminds them of that time that Kirito got this ingredient for her, and that's when he made like I forgot what it was, but it was like when Asuna made something. I believe it was like a stew, because I definitely recall that, and we see now that even though Kirito's memory is a bit bad, he definitely recalled that food, and that right there was funny. So I definitely enjoyed that. But then we see that when they were having just a couple moments, we have Liz, Leifa, and the other girl. They all came there, and you can see that they were so jealous. But now it was like finally time for them to go. It was time for Asuna to go fight Zekken. And when they actually got there, we see now that Zekken, she was already busy fighting someone, but this guy, he had quit almost immediately after they got there, and that right there was funny. But then we see Zekken now, and we actually learned that it was a girl. Oh, I also forgot that we also learned, what Kirito asked Zekken as well, because when like Asuna questioned him about that right there is when he told her, and so Kirito asked her, and she was like totally living in this world. And that right there, at first I thought that right there might have been that like Zekken was NPC, and maybe she is, but for some reason, especially from the opening, I doubt that. But this question, it was a good one though. But now they were all there, and now we see that Zekken is a girl. Asuna was like definitely shocked, and then we see now that after she had like kind of got a little mad at Liz, she had like looked at Kirito, and this stare in her eye, you could just tell that like she was gonna kill him, because she asked him if the reason, or it was obvious, it's the reason why he lost is because he held back because she was a girl, and that right there was for like kind of reason. And to me it was stupid, because obviously like Kirito going all out against somebody skilled like Zekken, that right there would have been awesome to see. And so the fact now that he held back because of her gender, that right there was a bit disappointing. But at least now it allowed Asuna, her time to shine, because we see that like after their fight had got started, it was definitely good. Like we had like some pretty fast action going on, and Asuna definitely lived up to her old name, Lightning Flash, because like they were definitely moving, with some speed. But we see that even though she was fighting so hard, and even though the fight was good, like in the end Asuna lost, but that right there really can't be a loss, because I'm pretty sure she had put up the best fight so far, and that right there was like proven at the end. But I will say that when Asuna brought out the I guess you could say unorthodox techniques, because we see now that rather than getting her sword out of the fight, she also punched her, and I'm pretty sure Zekken would not see that coming. So Asuna definitely thought outside the box, and it did work to her advantage as well. So that right there was like definitely smart on her part. But in the end though, like we see Zekken, she had countered most of her techniques, and then she had brought out that 11 hit combo as well, and that right there is what she used to end the battle. But Asuna really had no problem losing to that. But we see that like after it was over, we have Zekken pulling her along now into the sky, and they flew off away from everyone. And we see now that apparently Zekken needs help, and because Asuna was the one to put up the best fight against her, you know, she now wants Asuna to help her, and I do wonder, you know, like help her with what? Because if Zekken needs help, if this skilled player needs help, then obviously this problem, whatever it is, it must be, you know, like very, very serious. But I do wonder though, you know, will Zekken keep up? Will she keep her word? Because I do believe that whoever, you know, defeated her, they would get that original source skill of hers. So I do wonder if she would pass that to Asuna, because that right there would be awesome. But the episode overall, it was good. We learned more about Asuna and her struggles, and we saw her put up a pretty good fight against Zekken, and so for that, I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10. But of course, I would love to get your guys' thoughts on this. And as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because it really helps me out. And you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.